Hi guys, welcome back to our series of biology lessons. In yesterday's lesson, we looked at the various parts of the heart. We looked at the internal structure of the heart and also the external structure of the heart. And we were able to mention the main blood vessels. We will use them today in our discussion. We have the vena cava, the pulmonary artery, the aorta, then we have the pulmonary vein. We also talked about the valves. We said we have four valves. Then we also said we have four chambers. So in today's lesson, we are going to discuss how blood flows in the heart. And I want us, first of all, to know that heart has two pumps which are positioned side by side. We have one which is found on the right side, then we have another one that is found on the left side. Then the two sides of the heart, that is the left side and the right side, have two separate blood circuits. And these two blood circuits are the pulmonary circuit, which is found on the right hand side of the heart. Then we have the systemic circuit, which is found on the left hand side of the heart. So we'll start with the pulmonary circuit. Now, pulmonary circuit, as I have stated, is found on the right hand side of the heart. And it is responsible for taking blood or deoxygenated blood to the lungs for oxygenation. In other words, its function is gaseous exchange. The blood that is coming from all parts of the body to the heart is deoxygenated. And this blood comes through the vena cava to the right auricle. When the right auricle is full of blood, it exerts pressure on the tricuspid valve, and the tricuspid valve opens. When the tricuspid valve opens, it allows the blood to flow into the right ventricle. When the right ventricle fills with blood, the ventricular muscles contract suddenly, forcing the blood to flow out of the heart through the pulmonary artery. And before the blood leaves the heart, the tricuspid valve closes to prevent backflow of blood into the right auricle. Then the semilunar valve, which is found at the base of the pulmonary artery, opens to allow blood again to flow out to the lungs. When the blood gets to the lungs, gaseous exchange takes place. This blood has high concentration of carbon dioxide and low concentration of oxygen. So it offloads the carbon dioxide to the lungs, and it picks up oxygen in the lungs. And from there, it is taken back to the heart by the pulmonary vein. And now that one takes us to the other blood circuit, which is known as systemic circuit. As I had told you earlier, systemic circuit is found on the left hand side of the heart. The blood that is oxygenated gets into the left auricle through pulmonary vein. One thing you need to note is that pulmonary vein is one of the only two veins that carry oxygenated blood. We'll talk about the other one later. But it is one of the only two veins that carry oxygenated blood. So it carries blood from the lungs to the heart, to the left auricle. When the blood fills the left auricle, it exerts pressure on the bicuspid valve, and the bicuspid valve opens. When the bicuspid valve opens, it allows blood to flow to the left ventricle. And as I told you earlier, left ventricle is more muscular than the right ventricle. The moment the right ventricle fills with blood, it contracts suddenly and powerfully because it's more muscular. Okay? And then the blood is forced out of the heart through the aorta. And at this time, the bicuspid valve closes and the semilunar valve below at the base of the aorta opens, so that blood can flow to all parts of the body. So the blood flows to all parts of the body. And it has to be pumped powerfully because this blood is traveling over a longer distance to all parts of the body. And in other words, the function of systemic blood circuit is to take blood to all parts of the body. So these are the two, that is how the blood flows through the heart. And these are the two blood circuits that explain how blood flows through the heart. Thank you.